Games here, coming at you with another video today. So today I'm going to be talking about a gradebook that I made in Excel. So if you actually start watching this video after clicking the link here, then great, you'll understand how to use this gradebook and how it works. And yeah, so alright, the first thing when you go in, you're going to want to add some students. Do not add their names here. Do not do that. It will screw up how you're going to add in students. I'm going to teach you how to do that. So like, let's say you had more than more than 24 students or something, then you want to add more students. So let's say, I'm going to have more than 24 students when I have my class. Well, okay, we can add students. And I'll teach you how to do that at the very end. Alright, so you're going to want to add students, and how you add students to it is you're going to put their names down. So I have like Chad, Robert, Fred, Frank. Those are simple names. You can have your assignment names up here. I'm not going to worry about any names. But let's say the first assignment was worth 10 points, the second one 12 points, the third one 10, and let's say there was a test worth 50 points. Okay, if I give this one 10, it's going to give him a grade, but it's not going to count these against him until there's values in there. So that's really a nice feature that is in this gradebook that I added. Until you put a value like 0, it's not going to count against him. If you put E, it will act as if it were blank, so it will put a 0 like that. Now, one thing you need to note is if, let's say, let's give them actually their scores. 12. I'm really having a hard time here. Okay, let's say Robert actually didn't get that in, so you're just leave it blank. If you leave it blank, it will give you these value mess ups, and I couldn't fix that the way I wanted it to, but just bear with me. You'll want to put an E right there. That will fix the problem. That will actually start counting it normal. You'll want to put an excused look there. Then the rest of them, it doesn't matter. Let's say you had a 10 there, you put this blank, and then let's say there was a 10, 10, 10, 10. It's still not counting that one against him. Let's see, 20 to 82 doesn't equal 100%. Neither does 30 to 82. That doesn't equal 100%. So let's say like we did 50, 50, 50, 50. Whoa, not 50, 505. It's going to give you some percentages that are non-existent. So let's see. 82 to 82, that's 100%, yes. 72 to 82, that's not, but that's because it's not counting this grade here. 70 to 72, or 70 to 82, that's not 100%, but it's not counting this grade here. If you don't have it by now, then I don't know what to tell you, but that's the simplest way I can put it to you. Now you're probably wondering, why is this one so different? Why do you have values in there already? Well, this is a participation bar. Don't mess with this. If you don't want participation, don't even worry about it. Just leave it alone. You can even get rid of that 100 there, but just don't worry about it. Just leave it. But if you want participation, I'm going to teach you how to work the participation here. Alright, so some teachers like participation to count against them at the start. Some teachers don't. So the maximum participation that you could technically get is 100. Now, let's say some student was really good and you got 110, then it's just going to work like any other assignment. The points on it. No, I don't want to give him 10. It's going to kill his grade. So let's say a student barely didn't pass. Like, let's try to make this kid to the point where he just barely didn't pass. It was just so close, but not quite enough. See, it was like the D minus. I wanted to get it to the D, so I'm gonna try to get this to work to where I get it to the D plus. Just brink of. Let's go 9. So 86 or 68. Sorry, 68. We want it to get so close to that. If we can get this to 10 and it still works, there we go, 70. Now, technically 70 should be the C minus. Reasoning why it's giving a D plus is because this to this doesn't actually equal an exact 70%. It's like 69.999 something. That's why the D actually does end up being there. Now this could salvage his grade. So let's say I take out that asterisk, it will actually start to count these points against the students, or it could help the students. See, now the student is passing with a fair grade instead of barely not passing. But that asterisk, or whatever you want to call it, I call it an asterisk, that's what it is, but some people call it a star, I don't know. But whatever you want to call that thing, if you have that there, and it has to be that, you can't just put any value there. You have to have that specific little sign. So if you have Mac or something that and it doesn't have that, well, then this won't work on your computer. But yeah, so it works out pretty well. Down here you have some averages that it'll give you averages for every single assignment you have, average between the students. So 11.3333. Now that's going to be a little inaccurate. It's going to be kind of like, what? But that's really what it is. That's the average. So it gives you averages between the assignments. So you can get an average score for your class for like a test, and it's really easy to do that. You can get an average participation for the class, an average total points earned for the class, an average percentage for the class, an average letter grade. So the average letter grade is actually an A minus for the class. Then the yes here would tell you a larger majority of the class is passing. If there's a no, then the larger majority of the class is failing. So if this said no and this said no, like if this said no, this would actually probably say yes. It may say no, but I'm not sure. I've never really tested that. You can test that if you want. Don't actually come in here and type in no. Give them, to test it, try to make their grade the D plus or lower, so that they don't. You can just put zeros in there, which would be the easiest thing to do. But yeah, so that's pretty nice. Let me go over how kind of this how it figures out their grade for you guys. Some people may be interested on how that actually works. So basically this VLOOKUP, what it does is it looks at this value, and it will look and try to put it into this chart here. It will look at that and try to put it into this chart. So let's say it fits between the 77 and 80. Then it's going to put, if it's between those, it's going to put a C plus because it's larger than that but less than that. So then it gives it a C plus or something. So 70 would actually be technically a C minus, but because it's not really 70, it's actually technically 69.9999. It just rounds it up. That's what Excel does. So yeah, so that might not be super accurate for you. If you really want to, you could add something like that. See, it's like 69.5. I thought it was 9, but 69.5, you can kind of see why it's giving it actually that. It just ends up rounding it up for you. Really nice. Let's see. And then how it figures out the no, it uses basically the same VLOOKUP. So it tries to fit this, or it tries to fit this into this chart. And it goes by exact. It doesn't go by between. It goes by exact. So if it's exactly D minus, it's going to say no. If it's exactly B, it's going to say yes. If it's exactly A, it's going to say yes. If it's exactly F, it's no. Pretty simple. Alright, so I think I went over most everything. So yeah, so let's go over how to add assignments. Now, it can be somewhat tricky, but after a while you should get the hang of it, and you might forget to to fix some stuff that I'll teach you how to fix down here, but it should work out really well. Alright, so you have to do it between this Q here. You have to do it like between not this column here, but the column here. So it has to be this one through, I would say, this one. So you have to do it between these 2 points here. Otherwise you're going to mix up some stuff and it just gets ugly. But yeah, so basically do it from in there, probably at like the J or something. You'll add the assignment, say insert, and I'll actually insert the assignment for you. Really nice. But the thing that you need to fix is down here you're not going to get an average. So just come here, and if you look at this bottom corner here, there's kind of a darker little spot. And if you hover over it, it actually gives you a cross on your mouse, and then you just hold that down with your mouse, so click it, and then drag it all the way over to the 100 here, or this box here, the last purple box here, and then it should fix it. So where J is, now the values are in there. Works out pretty well. I'm actually going to delete that cell because I don't want that. And if you get rid of assignments, you need to also go through and copy it over. Make sure you copy it over if you insert or delete. Alright, to add students, that's also very simple. Not very hard to do, but it can get complicated sometimes. But if you know what you're doing, you should be able to add the students perfectly fine. You got to do it between the first student to the last, but if you really don't want to mess up this chart over here, you got to do it from below this chart. So like from like 20, oh sorry, messed something up, from 20, heck, stop doing that, there, sorry, I'm having problems here. I think I just, yeah, just delete and copy over there. Sorry, had to fix some stuff, it was giving me problems. You got to do it between this student here, so see how it comes just below there. You got to insert it right here by clicking right here and saying insert. So you go insert, and you should be able to do that. Very simple. Or to even just the last one. The last one probably is the best place to actually do it. If you have it, like let's say your students came down to 20 here, you want to do it at the last student, like that, and insert it there. But after you insert it, see it inserted a line for me, you're going to want to take it from this top student and do the copy thing like you did here. You'll see this box here, and pull it all the way down. Now I'll just copy these formulas down and make it work how it needs to. Then you need to find out where that student was over here on these formulas. And if you look at this bar here, it's blank right there. But if I click on that one, it's there. Blank there, not blank, blank, not blank. Just top. Honestly, it doesn't really matter where, but just select this top one. And if you can, try to select, just hold and drag over like this so it selects all of these. And then do the copy thing all the way down. Don't hit, well actually yes, go all the way down to where these average bars are. Just all the way down. You don't want to go past it, just to where that overlaps like that. And it should fix it for you, so you have your students there. Now if you get rid of a student, it's the same thing. So you, oh wait, one other thing when you're doing it, you want to come and add like a 25 right there. So 25, and then box, you'll select them, click that, select your all borders. That's how you want to do it. Sorry, I kind of messed up my other thing. So that will work out really well. I'm actually going to teach you how to get rid of a student now. So you get rid of the student bar here by saying delete. Then you'll need to select this, copy it down, select all these, and copy them down. and that will fix all the formulas, make them all work how they need to. Alright, thanks guys for watching. If you have any questions on how anything works on this, or if you're confused about something, just let me know. Just leave a comment and I'll try to answer the best I can. I can't guarantee that I can answer perfectly, but I will try my best. And also, if you find any flaws in this besides the E and blank on the first student or first assignment, then let me know and I will actually try to go fix those. I found some errors of my own normally, but it should work how you want. Yeah, so thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.